trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight and my mom went scared. She said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I went to da 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 da. I don't know that song as well as I thought I did. Hey guys, what's going on? I was singing a song and I'm like, you know what? What would be fantastic if I just hit the record button and I just hit the start record button. Sorry, I'm in a goofy mood. I don't know what's going on. Ooh, got another message. But we are recording an episode, so I will only... Oh, it's you. Quietly find out who and why. I think it's, Chitose, but I could be wrong. Yeah. I'm just in a, I don't know. I'm just in a silly, goofy, funny mood. I think I did not want to hit the record button because it's 10:19 currently, which means that I'm going to get done recording this almost basically at 11 o'clock, which is not ideal, but I wanted to get 2 episodes recorded because I was right. It is, last episode was airing on the 20th of July. And that's a Thursday. I wanted to finish out the week. That way I had a little bit of wiggle room because I want to get enough content created for Tuesday of the following week. So what is it? 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So I want episodes going out the 24th and 25th before I get back to editing my other stuff, because I want to have enough wiggle room. So that's why those edited videos are going to be coming out a lot more sparse, because I did the math. I don't know if I talked about this on an episode. I might have, but I don't remember because, again, it's been like half a week. I am sorry. It took me about 9.5 hours of gaming footage for the video that I am planning on making. Now, that's 9.5 hours out of my day doing stuff. So I get done with work about 4:30, 5 o'clock. I get home, I go to the bathroom, I change. Sometimes I lay down for like a quick 30, 40-minute nap. Should go to the Demon's Den. Ooh, I need a save. Also, before I continue on with that stuff, I messed around with these two, Repamon and Skullmeramon. I can now digivolve Skullmeramon. He has enough ABI. Gradamon was Sylphmon, whatever it is, and I digivolved him into Puppetmon, a new Digimon that I've never seen before, and he could not go any further because of ABI requirements. So I digivolved into Gradamon, but he should theoretically be able to go into someone new. This is what my party is going to look like towards the end. We'll name these guys. Skullmeramon. His name is now... Oh, you can't see this. You guys get surprised. But you can hear that. What's his name going to be? Yes, okay, that makes sense. Ready? Boom, Sporticus. After my favorite superhero from Lazy Town. And then Gradamon, I don't even know what he's gonna be called. What's a good name for a Digimon? Random name generator. That's a good one. If I can type it. That is incorrect, but his name is now that. So we have Archimedes, and then we have Tito, and we have Sporticus, and we have Clyde, and we have Clyde, and we have Sparky. Also, I didn't realize that I could just delete moves. So he's got Strike Roll, Acceleration Boost, Mach Rush. He's got Acceleration Boost, Destruction Cannon, Mach Rush. He's got Saint Knuckle. We will get rid of... I want to get rid of Ice Archery, so we'll do that. He's got Saint Knuckle, Gale Storm, which is his AoE, and then we have Acceleration Boost. Tito, do you have Acceleration Boost? Is that one of the reasons why I got rid of you? No. Okay, 105. We'll get rid of that. Supreme Candon. Ooh, we'll keep that. Do you have any boost? You don't have any boosting stuff, do you? Well, that's upsetting. Anyways, we're going to save now because I showed you everything. And then we'll go to that demon den. But what I was saying is it's about 9.5 hours of footage that I have to record. And then it's, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 hours of it's 2 or 3 hours of voiceover that I have to record, because granted I do like the first take or whatever, but just depending on how long it is, because I had to go through about 4.5-5 pages of script, and the scripting process took me like 4 to 6 hours. I don't know an exact amount of time, but it took me about 4 to 6 hours. And oh, this is easy. I don't even want to do this, but 4 to 6 hours for scripting, maybe like 3 hours for voiceover, and then the editing process, which is taking a long time because I have to, again, oh no. Oh, cool. I don't have to worry about their skills. But then I have to go through the voiceover, find the clips, make sure the clips line up, and I had a bad habit of immediately like just typing out a script instead of realizing what's going on, and man, why? But I was just typing out the script without like explaining, hey, this is the part in the video that I'm referencing in this part of the script here. So I did that after like 1.5 pages. So after about 2 pages onward, I have at least like a general idea of we'll put on acceleration, we'll put on speed, or we're gonna save again. But it takes a long time, and I want to have a decent chunk of videos coming out like this, because this is quote unquote what are you doing here? I won't tell Faye, you're fine. But this is what I became quote unquote famous for. I'm not famous, not at all. Please do not treat me like that. I'm just a dude. I'm saying words at this point to try and like convey how I'm feeling. But I don't think I'm famous. I know I'm not. As of recording, I've got 26 subscribers, which is 100% more than which is like 4,000% more than I thought I was ever going to get, in all honesty. I thought it was just going to be me making my stupid videos, and people are going to be like, huh, he's an idiot, and then move on. The fact that people are choosing to stick around and that number is climbing, like sporadically, is baffling to me. But this is what I'm known for, at least in my community. It's low edited, really shittily put together videos. And I mean, and by shittily put together, I mean just basic, oh, we're recording, we're throwing it up on the internet, because that's what I'm doing. That's what I plan on doing. I have a lot of videos planned in the future for different video games, and a lot of them are, funnily enough, RPGs, which will take a long time. Thankfully, though, they should be better. I should be better able to grind in them sporadically, because in Final Fantasy VII Randomizer, I didn't want to grind because we didn't know what was going to happen. Snow White and the 10,000 Dwarves. We didn't know what was going to pop up. We didn't know the item drops. We didn't know the... Okay. Are you going to tell me what's next? Hello there. All right. Post data on the bulletin board. All right. One more case. I'll save. But like with Final Fantasy VIII Randomizer, well, I didn't really have to grind for Final Fantasy VIII Randomizer, like admittedly. Final Fantasy VII Randomizer, Yep, Mr. Nat. Whoa. Oh, he's back. All right, he's in Shinjuku now. That's not good because he was in our Ikebura, Ikebura, whatever, earlier. But I didn't want the randomizer to. I didn't want to grind in the randomizers because I didn't want to. Unless I had to, I didn't want to get like super overpowered. All of that recording was on camera. There's Mr. Navit. All that recording was on camera, and I didn't just want to grind. I did, oh no, I did the Yuki grind on camera. I think I basically played that entire game on camera. Final Fantasy VIII was a little different. I played it, excuse me, I played a little bit of it off camera because there was just, it was a more random randomizer. And what I mean by that is, well, you all possibly saw the series, so I won't go too in depth, but it was a more random randomizer. You couldn't get super strong immediately, and I knew that. There's Navit. And you couldn't get super strong immediately, similar to the Final Fantasy 13 randomizer. That one screwed me over in so many ways, but Final Fantasy VIII was pretty alright because it was, once you get like snowballed on Final Fantasy VIII, you just keep going. And I didn't really have to worry about anything because I could junction strength. I could make my strength better. I could make my magic better. I could make my defense better. I could make my health better. Like, it all depended on the magic, and the magic was the real draw. Haha, no, like, legitimately no pun intended, but the magic was the main draw of the game, where if you got really good magic, you could just steamroll through it, and I wanted to prove that, like, hey, it's a randomizer, I could get through it, no problem. But the Final Fantasy 13 or Final Fantasy 7 randomizer only randomized starting equipment, randomized, I don't think it randomized shops. It randomized item drops, steals, and morphs, and I think that's it. But I think that's it. It randomized drops, it randomized morphs. I mean, the weird character costume guy in front of the general store. This is, no, there's the general store. What do you have to say? I just saw him near a suit store. Where'd you see him? I saw him in front of a clothes store. Well, we have to go to all these places. But Final Fantasy VII randomizer was enjoyable. It sucked. Like, honestly, it was not that fun. Because it wasn't as randomized. And Final Fantasy VIII was a little better because the bosses were randomized. The magic system was randomized. The ability system was randomized. I really liked that. 13 was randomized to stats, how much it cost for those stats, how much, what the items, the weapons, the shops, I think were a little randomized. That's not terrifying at all. I looked away for a minute. I look back and I just see a red, I'm watching you. Like, no thank you. But out of the 3 randomizers so far, I still really liked, in terms of randomization, 7 was the worst. I think 8 was the best, and 13 was the middle. Out of enjoyment that I had in the game, I would definitely say 13 was the worst, 7 was second, 8 was first. And I don't know, I'm not keeping a tier list. I don't know what I'm saying for these things, but so we did randomization, we did enjoyment, possibility of being beaten. 8 and 7. 8 had the chance of screwing us over, but it didn't, thankfully, because I did when I was just playing it on my own. 8 had the chance to screw us over. 7, not so much, and 13 did. So out of, like, possibility of winning, 7 is top, 8 is second, 13 is last. So in my, just doesn't have any particular important cases right now. Ask Mirie what's afoot. Where are we at? 14 minutes in. That's not bad. I'm just on like a long rant as I play this game, which I'm really enjoying that I'm talking and playing and not paying attention because I don't need to. I mean, I probably do, but whatever. What do you have for me, Mirie? Go to the hacker forum. It seems there's trouble brewing, but the destinies of several people intertwine there. Go and ascertain their destinies. The hacker forum? Like in Eden? This? Ooh, we got a lot of files. Well, we won't deal with that. The hacker forum. Finance institution. Kamashiro. No. Oh, hacker forum. Okay. I got my Digimans. Oh, nice. Oh, I like that guy. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, randomized. Talk to you? You said one thing and ran away, and now I don't know where you went, people. We're just gonna talk to all these forums, then we'll go to Mirie. See what she has to say. But in terms of just what I can remember of what I said, 8 was definitely 8 was top tier randomizer, 13 was bottom tier randomizer, and 7 was middle tier. Overall, I think 7 and 8 are really enjoyable in terms of their randomization. 8, okay, I think 7 is the most enjoyable in terms of randomization. I think 8 has the chance of being enjoyable, and 13 is just 13. Like, I really like vanilla 13. I think it's a really fun game. Try solving some more cases. That's dumb. That's dumb. We sprinted through like chapter 6 and 7, and we're stuck on chapter 8. Come on, game. Why? Why do you do this to me? Let me just continue on. I don't want to keep playing this. I want to get away from it because we know we can beat it. We're just doing it now for the story. We're doing it now for the story that we're not even reading. Battle for DigiMarket. Sure. But I think if you want a relatively vanilla randomized experience, randomize Final Fantasy VII and play it. If you want a crazy randomized experience, randomize 8 and play it. If you want a randomized experience that you can't just over level to win if you are struggling, play 13. 13 can really screw you over like it did me in terms of everything basically costing more than what it should. And as for Yuji started, I'll probably listen to what both sides have to say. Kotaro from the side that wants to get rid of the market. Checked with Wormmon, but he didn't give his location. Find him in the black market. I'll check out the hacker forum in the market. Cool. I'm glad I'm reading these because it tells me where to go. Eden. Yes. But the best part about 8 and 7 in terms of randomizers is that if you get stuck, are you gonna just talk? Nope. If you get stuck, you can just power level. So let's say, sorry, I'm just getting more water. Let's say you're in an area where you can't, because there was a time in 7 where I could not. Let's say that you're in an area where you can level up and you are level 30 and you can't. Free area. I can kind of read and talk. That's cool. But let's say you're in an area where you can level up. You're level 30 and you got stuck by a boss. Free area up top. And you're like, oh man, I cannot put enough damage. I'm taking too much, yada, yada, yada. Well, then you can fight more, level up to level 40, let's say. Did I say you were level 30 or 20? Anyways, you level up to level 40. And you're able to win. Okay, you keep going forward. There's a point where you can't level up anymore when you hit max level. Back to Hoodie and think about it. Hey, actually, I can look this up easy, so I'm just gonna keep skipping through all this stuff. But there's a point where you can't level up anymore, and it just happens. You get to max level. That was weird. You get to max level, you can't level up anymore, but at that point, you should have the ability to raise your stats, get better equipment, that kind of stuff. Final Fantasy 13 Dominion Battle. Make sure you have 3 Digimon. I do. I do have 3 Digimon. Where am I going? Head to Hacker Forum. Okay. But Final Fantasy 13 really screws you over because there's no level... Not BBS. There's no level system. There's no... Like, oh man, you're level 39 with 400 in your strength... And with, like, 100 in your strength stat, 200 in your defense stat. It is... You are given strength, magic, and health. And the rest of everything comes from equipment and, like, weapons. It comes from equipment. So, accessories, weapons, all that kind of stuff. And normally, that's totally fine. Don't side with either. I don't care. Do I just miss the Dominion battle if I do this? I think so. Oh, I think so. Does that mean no more DigiMarket? Does that really mean no more DigiMarket? Is that option just going to be excluded now? The market's no more. I wonder if it's for the best. I'm going to check as soon as I'm done with this to see if that's still there. But the Final Fantasy 13 level system is normally good. Normally, you can get over-leveled in that, just with how everything is. The DigiMarket's gone. Oh, no. I mean, it's not super important because it was randomized to begin with, but I should have picked DigiMarket side. Granted, I didn't care. Yes, chapter 9 at the end of towards the end of this video. Are you kidding me? Why? Anyways, ooh, that's cool. But 13 is normally all right. Like, it gets to a point where there's an enemy that you really shouldn't be dealing with until post game to max level to like be able to do all that kind of stuff. But normally you get pretty over leveled. Like if you fight all the enemies, if you grind out your stats, you can do a pretty good job at all that kind of stuff. But with the randomizer, you don't know what stats you're getting, you don't know what abilities you're getting, you don't even know how much it's gonna cost. Attack is normally 1. For me, it was 2. So was the AoE attacks, so it really didn't matter. Most spells were 2 or more. The only healing I had was basically non-existent, unless it was potions. 13 also has, like, difficulties, like the highest difficulty spikes possible, where you can get soft-locked, or not soft-locked, you can get walled if you don't deal enough damage, or you can't survive enough or something like that. It's really bad in that game, and I think that's kind of a major turnoff for a lot of people. It's a very linear game. There's not a lot of exploration until towards the end, and a lot of people didn't like that, which I did not mind too much. I thought I enjoy we're gonna save again because I don't want to go through all those cutscenes. I enjoyed that in the game because you don't have to use... I haven't checked the board lately. I'll do the PC. More billboard quests. Yay! I have time for probably one more. Mr. Navid of the... He's back? He's at Nakano Broadway. All right. What am I trying to say? I'm watching you. Uh-oh. Did he get hit by a car? Did that happen? I don't know what's going on with this Navid quest. But 13 is very linear, which I enjoy because it means that I don't have to worry about such an open map like in the earlier Final Fantasy games. With like 7, with 8, with 9, and then all the previous games, how they like... There's some very like specific corridors that you have to go through, but a lot of the time it's just Like, it's open world. You're given a map and you're supposed to go from point A to point B and find your way there. I like, because my first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy X, and that game is also a lot of hallways, sorry. Did you see that thing? Whatever. Took the escalator. That's creepy. But my first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy X, and that was also a hallway simulator game. But I really like it because you don't have to think when you're playing it. You can just go. You can like click through the dialogue and just go. Why would it be here? For product promotion? He was really drawn to you. It was hilarious. Posted on Digiline. All over that good-looking guy. River, are we bisexual? Are we gay? Must be in Broadway somewhere. I'll take another look around. Okay, that's like one of the big things. I'm not gonna clickbait and say the character in Digimon story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. God, that's such a long name. Ooh. I'm not gonna clickbait the title and be like, oh, he's gay. No, but the good look, like, I know objectively you can look at someone and be like, oh man, they're really attractive, whether they're the same sex or different sex. But it's just one of those things where I think it's really funny. That's like the good looking guy. What? Because Mr. Nabbit, how long was he behind me? Ooh, never been here before. But I really liked it. And these... What? Hold on. What am I trying to say? Oh, you can objectively look at people and be like, hey, they're attractive. They're good looking. But I think it's just really funny to be like... clickbaity. Oh man, the main character from Digimon story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, which again is such a long name for a game. Aw. What happened? We were talking. That makes me very sad. Totally off topic. We're oversharing in the last like 3 minutes of the episode. I am on dating apps because I am sad, lonely, and all that kind of stuff in between. It's fine. Some days are worse than others, just like for most things. It's not normally an issue. I'm on there now more so as a Ikebukuro. Hey, he's back. All right. It's mostly now just like a whatever situation. I used to be like in college. It was really bad. Oh, I found him. It was really bad in college because it was just, I was not make you pay for threatening me. This is a totally new person. Yep. It was really bad in college, but it got better as I like got older because I stopped. Like I want a relationship. I want that. I want someone to be able to do those things with. Not even, this is gonna come off really weird and overshare time, but this is basically a podcast with like gameplay and controls in the background. I want like a companionship, not even just the sexual stuff, not even all that kind of stuff. I want someone to be there. I want to be there for someone in that way. I want someone to be there for me in that way. I want someone who's like that. And I'm not really looking for people on Tinder like that anymore. It's because if I do fall for people, it's going to be my friends. I found that out the hard way when it's like, oh man, I like you. Do you like me? And they're like, no. And then I have to be like, oh yeah, I was just kidding too. Ha. I'm going to go cry in a corner now. We're going to save because I want this to be over. Not the episode. I mean, the episode because it's getting close, but this game. Just imagine if I had to click through hacker rank up again, average hacker. Nice. Just imagine if I had to click through all this dialogue like on my own. Oh, geez. Yeah, just imagine all this dialogue, me clicking through it on my own. But in terms of relationships, I'm basically on the dating apps now just to be on them, to double check with my friends to see if I notice that they're, oh, geez, that's not ideal. But just to see if my friends are on there and be like, hey, what's going on? Like, you were in a relationship 4 months ago. What's happening? And it's like, it's whatever. It's fine. I am there to check. If something comes out of it, it comes out of it, which I think is really cool. I would really enjoy. But every time it's like, oh man, we have a conversation, or we match, and it's like, oh man, you should add me on this, and then they unmatch because they're just robots, and they're just they're either robots or they do a lot of self-promotion for other things that I probably, some freelance hackers banding together, but his action team under zero. What do you have to say? Heard Jude didn't have the Digimon program and they hacked under zero. Chance to invade, but we better not lower our guard. I don't know what under zero is, and if I paid attention, I might have. What do you have to say? There's no way I could beat Zaxxon alone. Maybe I should find some people to join. Are we fighting Zaxxon? Is that what's going on? Is there another guy? If we can make a name for ourselves by invading under zero, we'll be almost 100% sure of going down in history as the next Legends. Sumo worked up by Yugo's speech. What should I do? Better get back to Hoodie for now. All right. I should really end the episode here, but I want to end the episode not. All right. Well, I guess K Cafe. Do I have to travel there right now? We're okay. This is I should have ended the episode in the hacker's den or whatever, but it's fine. It's just 10:50 and I go to bed in like an hour and a half. So, yay. I think I'm working from home tomorrow though, so it's not a big deal. Okay, more about the Tinder stuff. I'm on the apps, people add me or people match with me and they're like, "Oh man, you should really check out this website." And I'm like, "No." And then they're like, "Okay, cool, unadd." Ooh, maybe that's... Do I just end up back at my computer? Because if so, I can just hit the save button and leave. But then there are, like, I had a really good connection with someone, I thought, with 2 people, and then randomly they just unadded me. Like, they sent me messages and then they unadded me. And I don't know if people understand how Tinder works, but I can't see the messages if you send it to me and then unadd me. Like, I can't understand what you have to say because it deletes the messages. So I don't know if you're like, oh man, you should add me on this. We're vibing really well. And then they unadd or they unmatch. And then I'm like, I don't know what's going on. It's baha. But every time it feels like I have a good conversation or good connection with someone. We're going to save, we'll end. They just unmatch with me on the apps, which, I mean, is fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of upsetting because I thought we were like vibing, but I guess not. Anyways, long sad part of my life thrown out there at the end of a video, which I don't think anyone's gonna watch, but I mean, it's all good, it's all fine. Thank you for watching, for paying attention. I really appreciate it. I know that's just kind of my outro, but like, I legitimately mean it. Thank you for paying attention and for watching. Even if it's just white noise in the background, just have it on, listen to my stupid voice talk for 30+ minutes, and just be there, and it's just nice. Anyways, thank you again. I need to stop talking. I'm gonna go now. This is how I'm ending everything, because I just keep rambling. I'm doing it again. We're hitting the end record button. Have a good night. Peace out.